This is Nintendo Power, Volume 170, featuring F-Zero X. I have here the subscription edition, and here I have what may look like a newsstand edition, and it is the exact same magazine, but this was actually, I believe, sent out as a Canadian variant. I've explained before about certain magazines that were sent out to Canada are exactly the same as the newsstand editions, except that they went to Canada and were newsstand. It's hard to differentiate the two. However, I do believe that this is Canadian, and I will explain in a little bit. But as far as what to look for on the inside of the magazine for inserts, you want to look for, right in the beginning, the subscription card. Then between pages 50 and 51, you want to find the poster, which is Dragon Ball Z, The Legacy of Goku 2. And you want to find this Freaky Flyers insert between pages 74 and 75. Then look for Player's Poll between pages 98 and 99. And then you've got two Pokemon cards between pages 130 and 131. So these are, I will show you, if you can take a look at what they are. I can't pronounce them, I don't know much about Pokemon, but I will try to show you. Those are the ones that you're looking for. And that would be a complete copy of Nintendo Power Volume 170. Now, I've mentioned before how some of the Canadian variants are exactly the same as the newsstand editions of the United States. As far as what the magazine looks like, they're exactly the same, except for Canadian. Some of them have Canadian inserts inside, especially the subscription cards would have Canadian addresses on them. This one doesn't. This one's not part of that volume, but I believe this is Canadian because everything inside of here is the same. You have the subscription card, you have the poster, you have the Freaky Flyers insert right there, and you have the Player's Poll, and you have the two Pokemon cards. And this is why I think this is Canadian, because I have a picture of a sealed copy of Volume 170. You can see this is a sealed copy, and on the back you see that the cards were actually outside of the magazine in the sealed copy of 170. They're not inside like this particular issue has. So again, you can see this is the newsstand edition, so I would assume that this would be the United States newsstand edition, and it would come with the cards on the outside. So sometimes when you see this and they don't have cards, you might actually be, and it has this little barcode, you might actually be looking at a newsstand edition where the cards have been long lost. They weren't actually never attached inside the insert. But the reason why I think this is Canadian is because I have another picture here of a Canadian variant, and you can see that's the back, that's the front, but it was actually mailed. It was actually mailed with the sticker on it, and the reason I think it's Canadian is because you can see, kind of see the word agreement there, and many of the mailers for the Canadian mailers had the sales agreement, Canadian mail sales agreement, that was stamped on the top with the numbers and the permit codes. So I would believe that this is a Canadian variant, but if the Canadian variants were mailed out like this with no mailer bag, then that would mean that the cards would be inside the magazine. Obviously they wouldn't be loose leaf or they would never get there. So I just wanted to explain that to you. I hope it's not too complicated. Sometimes you can go really into depth with these Nintendo Powers, and I know most people really don't care that much about it, but I just wanted to share that little piece of information just in case you know, you come across it and you have the question comes up. You might not have even noticed the differences in the variants, and honestly there are so many different things that you can be picky at that sometimes it just gets to the point of you know, is it really worth the effort? But I just wanted to share that with you because I came across it and it was just something I found interesting. But that is a Nintendo Power number 170. If you want a complete copy, now you have a video explaining what to look for.